Do you feel safe?
Less so after you ask that question, actually.
Do you feel safe?
You're going to have to speak up.
Do you feel safe online?
No, never.
Well, you could feel safe online.
How?
Maybe you should take your safety more seriously. Huh?
How can I
Maybe
do
you
that?
should get NordVPN and their 5,000 servers.
That's so many servers.
It's a lot of servers.
Wow.
And the best part about it is you can get access to streaming in other countries and maybe different price points. Listen, use that promo code DANGLE, NordVPN. You're going to get a discount. We'll get to that in a second. But I just want to say, the great thing about remember there was a streaming company, and they shall remain nameless, who was like, hey, if you're not using your account in your country,
we're going to spank your bottom.
you're not allowed to use it in another country.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
You don't have to worry about that with Nord.
don't have to even worry.
You're not even worried about that, bro.
Don't even worry.
It's awesome. It's easy, and again, Nord is it keeps you kind of safe online, which is kind of an important thing, right? You know, locks your information and that sort of thing. You know, and listen, when you use the promo code, exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/dangle. How do you spell it?
DANGLE.
There you go. To get huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 additional months. So you're getting the discount, and we're giving you 4 additional months, and it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. How do we feel about that, boys?
So good.
Come on, do we love
Positively.
Nord? Now you can feel safe.
SDP, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go! We're excited to be here. What is this pumpkin spice nonsense that you guys brought into the kitchen?
I didn't. Oh, is that the milk?
Yeah. We have no creamer, so I put that in, and I'm like, this is bad.
I believe Jesse.
How are you guys drinking?
Jesse brought that in, or was that you, Maddie?
No, I brought it.
No, it was Jesse.
Yeah, Maddie's been raving about it all week, so I'm like, it must be okay.
Thoughtfully brought in.
Wow.
I was at the grocery store, one of the grocery stores that are owned by the 4 people in this country, the 4 billionaires.
All of them who wear sweater vests.
That's Scott. He's a dick.
I was in the grocery store and I said, you know who would like this? Steve and Maddie. And I don't drink creamer in my coffee. So I take my coffee black, but I thought they would enjoy it. And then I brought it in last week and you guys tried it.
I love it.
Maddie took the first sips and she was over the moon about it.
Yeah, I was like, it honestly actually tastes like you're having a pumpkin spice latte, just not like all decorated and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I can save myself like $8.
Yeah, exactly.
And without all those harmful calories, I'm trying to watch my figure.
So Steve, you tried it as well and you were raving about it as well.
I think the thing that tasted best about it was the thoughtfulness and friendship that went into it.
And then Adam just tried it and hates it.
Would I have it again?
Wow.
Very funny.
You're a piece of garbage.
would not.
I think he did that on purpose.
And you have a stain on the bottom of your mug.
Do I?
Good.
Yeah.
For the listeners, it says no.
At the
It's
front.
the Jesse No Mug.
At the front.
Yeah, people listening. That was a little
That's
awkward.
okay. Well,
Under the letter O.
all right, fine. Anyway, hi. We got a Roundhouse show. I'm going to
start
call
the
it
show
Roundhouse. I'm going to call it the Roundhouse.
I'm going to kick your ass.
It's the
How
Rec.
about I roundhouse you?
It's the Rec Room, and it's
my hip.
October 18th. And Jesse, you got the stick.
Mhm.
This is
Go ahead,
how
Steve.
Jesse keeps us in line. Cross-checks us in the head, like what happened to Brandon Hagel last night. And so we're giving the first 50 people. We don't even know how many tickets have sold. They might already be gone. But we were going to give the first 50 people those, and we still will. I just hope you're one of them. I hope you get in there. You get a little nice, cool little SDPN mini stick. Might even sign it for you.
Might even.
He won't, though. He'll make you pay for it.
I will.
Paying for autographs.
I fucking stutter.
I'll sign
A lot of guys make a lot of money off that.
They do.
Paying for autographs. That's a big business.
I'm always surprised.
They
like,
do.
when they get like Comic-Con or whatever, and it's like Ewan McGregor is going to be here. He was Obi-Wan, and you're going to pay $100.
So this whole time I've just been getting screwed?
That's right. Here's the thing. I think you got to reach a certain level before people will pay for it, though.
Yeah.
And I don't. Be honest. We're not there. We're not there.
You'd pay for my autograph, Adam.
Steve, I would pay for your book and have. So that's good.
You'd
price
pay
too.
to no longer have my book in your house.
No, I wouldn't. I still have it on my bookshelf, but I listen to the audio version. I always
Yeah,
do.
100%.
Okay, getting into it. Let's just start with the richest contract in Anaheim Ducks history. This is
I couldn't believe that.
Jackson Lacombe. I could.
Well, that it was the richest one in Ducks history? They've had some really good players.
Yeah, but they're cheap. And it's
fair.
been a while since they've had good players. Also,
Getzlaff, Perry.
Yeah.
like they haven't
thought.
they haven't had good players in a long time.
Even in because the franchise has been around enough that they were through the era where guys were getting good money. It wasn't
Fedorov.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
It wasn't always during like the down salary years of the early 2000s.
Right,
So
right.
I would have thought somebody in there got paid a lot, but no.
Evidently not.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing because again, that Jake Sanderson contract was more consequential than I think people realized at the time. It was the market setter. And the reason I say that is it's not what Jake Sanderson makes in total dollars. It's what his percentage against the cap was, which is 9.15% at the time. And so
Turn off your ringer.
sorry about that. So now Luke Hughes and Jackson Lacombe, within a couple days of each other, sign basically identical contracts at basically identical cap hits. What is interesting about Luke Hughes' contract versus Jackson Lacombe's is Luke Hughes has had significant time and significant points in the NHL. Sanderson and Lacombe are a little more similar in the sense that, not that they're not great, and Lacombe's underlying numbers are sparkling. I'm obviously a big fan of this guy, but like it is significantly fewer games. And at a significantly, I think there were people yesterday who were like, I don't know who that is.
Well, he's also older, so you're buying more. It's,
UFA, right?
It's a smaller contract than Luke Hughes because you're getting more UFA years,
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so 8 years, that'll take him into his 30s. It won't do that for Luke Hughes.
Right.
Or maybe his 30. It might take him into his 30.
Into his third.
Jackson Lacombe has 2 seasons. One wasn't very good. One was very good, extremely good.
Yep.
And it was enough for Team USA to be like, we like you more than Lane Hutson.
We're bringing you.
And we're going to give you 8 times 9. And I don't know, can Lane Hutson ask for that? Where does he get the ball?
Well, this
Where does he
morning,
get off?
This morning, it was,
Answer the question.
I think it was Fried said that who said it? I'm going to find out who said it. Somebody said they are going to, it was either LeBrun or Fried.
I saw it from Habs Links quoting Fried,
Yeah. Okay.
which
yeah,
they could have just tweeted it.
It was 32 thoughts. That they are going to Lane Hutson's camp with an 8-year extension in the neighborhood of $9 million, which would still make him lower paid than Noah Dobson.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's not going to get the deal done.
Lane Hutson should take that offer, walk into every Habs executive's office and dump a coffee on their keyboard.
Like his agent by law has to present him with it.
Yes.
But if I were his agent, I'd be like, listen, I got you a Christmas gift. You're not going to like it. You'll probably return it, but I have the receipt.
So he expires at the end of this season, right?
Yes.
And he'll only be an RFA, so there's no fire.
Yeah.
No, that'd be a really dumb thing to do for him, in my opinion. You played one season and threw up 66 points as a rookie defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again, and you're immediately worth way more than that. You're already worth way more than that. Like, you think the people around him aren't looking at the Jackson Lacombe contract and going, you're infinitely better than Jackson Lacombe? You know what Jackson Lacombe's had that Lane hasn't is a bad season. He's played 2 full seasons in the NHL, 70-plus game seasons. One, he had 17 points and was a minus $1 million. And then last year...
And to be fair, he was a Duck.
He was a Duck, yeah. And like Duck stock going up. I agree with you there, Adam.
Thank you.
I don't know about playoffs, but the fact that he could play another year, put up a better season than the one he just had, and he's going to piss that away. No, I think that's ridiculous.
Jesse, when you look at the Lacombe deal, the Hughes deal, they're in the $9 million range, 8 years. If you're Lane Hutson, why do you sign 8 years?
Yeah, if I'm Lane Hutson, I probably want something shorter because I think my stock is going up. So if I'm not able to get that giant number up front, like I definitely sign something shorter.
Yeah, I'll give you 9. I'm not doing it for 8.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What does 9 get you? Would 9 get you? Because then
4 years? Maybe?
Would it be 4?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't get you any UFA years.
No,
It shouldn't.
God, no.
No, not at all.
Not where the cap's going.
Not even sort of.
Like I do think,
close.
I think it's going to take people some time to adjust, but I think we are adjusting pretty quickly. There is no chance that and listen, I know the 8-year thing is going away. I think the 8-year contract matters if you're 29. If you're 21,
Yes.
8-year contract, I don't know, man. I that only serves to restrict you.
If you have a player who's 25 and under, every year they give you beyond, I would say 3 is them doing you a favor. So like Matthew Nye's contract, it's not 8. I would have liked 8. 6? Yeah. All right. I'll give you 6. Like that was a kindness he did.
Yeah.
You're scrunching a little.
I can't see Lane Hutson doing 6 years at $9 million.
Oh, no.
No, that's what I'm saying though. It's like even that, I'm like, ooh, that seems you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
I think we're gonna see fewer and fewer 3, 4, 5 year deals, and everything is gonna be at there's gonna be no middle ground. We're gonna be at the ends of the spectrum. You're gonna see like McDavid, there's increased rumblings about a shorter deal, which makes sense actually for him. And if you can lock a guy down for 8 or I guess 7, once it gets down to it, you should definitely try.
So Dom Lecision said, and he was like LOL to this.
Yes.
He said, my model says Lane Hutson would be worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $13 to $15 million. And a lot of the time when these contracts are signed, he's pretty usually on par with it. I do think if you're him, and Noah Dobson had a not good year last year, and I know that because I had him in fantasy. Why would you sign for anything less than 10 if Noah's getting 9.5?
I just listened to the CJ show on the way in because I got tired of you guys texting an egg sandwich at me and me not understanding what it meant.
Yep.
And by the way, you should listen to the new CJ show and then you'll know what it means. But they were talking about the expiring contracts eventually of Cale Makar, who could become the highest paid player in the NHL, depending on what Connor does, and Quinn Hughes, who's going to become the highest paid Hughes. So if I'm Hutson, I have to think of myself in that category.
Yep.
I am at least, the way my career is going, I have to think that I'm on a Quinn Hughes trajectory. Whether he ever gets there, I don't know, but you just had one of the most prolific seasons by a rookie defenseman in the last at least quarter century. And what's Quinn Hughes going to get? He's going to get at least what you just mentioned. I think if the Canucks were able to get Hughes at 13 mil, the way things are trending, that's a discount.
Jess, he is an RFA. That does come with a slight discount because the team can just say, well, you're not going to play. But
yeah,
I look at yeah, I know. It's kind of difficult to go without him. I look at the Montreal Canadiens Puckpedia, and there is one other person that I'm like, oh boy. Ivan Demidov, who is poised to have a great start. I know he's got a slight injury now, but he's the Calder favorite. We saw him play in the playoffs. Could Montreal be getting suspiciously close to Leafs core 4 territory here if they have to sign these guys to $10 or $12 million, or with the cap rising, does it even friggin' matter? And I asked Jesse the question, so hey, hold on.
No, go ahead, Steve.
No, you go.
He was leaning in, he was ready.
No, go ahead. What do you want?
Well, how many do we got?
Well,
we got Hutson, we got Demidov.
Suzuki and Caulfield are on sweetheart deals. Slavkovsky's got to be better than he was last year. He's okay.
Just not that.
He makes like $100,000 less than Nyes.
Yeah, he's just got to be better. The problem with in order to be the core 4 is there's just got to be 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a silly question, Adam. I think
my answer was way better.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
They're a long way from any of that stuff. Demidov still is like 2 years away from signing an RFA deal.
He's signing it next summer.
Nobody on their team makes over $10 million.
Lane Hutson already does. They don't know it yet, but he does.
He doesn't yet. Like nobody on their team makes over $10 million. I don't think they're in any kind of cap trouble right now.
Can you have 2 guys on the Montreal defense at $9 or $10 million? Can you have 2 guys there that make that?
Oh, so you're talking Dobson
Yeah, they have no
Hutson?
forwards in that range.
Hutson.
Yeah.
They have no forwards who are making more than that.
Can
You don't have a $10.5 million goalie anymore.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. I'm just saying, like, there's Montreal's got a little case of the Torontos, although I have to give them credit. They handled it a lot better than the Leafs did.
Yes.
They got the deals done when they should have.
I look at a team like San Jose and start to get worried because like none of those guys have been paid yet. Eklund just signed his deal.
Yeah.
So that was a tiny bit of business. But like
What's Macklin celebrating?
the big ones haven't been paid yet, and they haven't done anything yet. They haven't even taken their swing. That's tough. That's going to be tough.
At least when the Leafs signed theirs, they'd been to the playoffs. A couple of years, right?
I think
And Montreal has too.
The teams that are in kind of a sweet spot are the teams that have been good at some point over the last 3 to 5 years. You know, because they've already locked their guys up.
Yeah.
The Leafs' entire D-core is locked up this season and next. That's dumb.
Yeah. And that's a lot of the reason, like, the beginning of this conversation, I know you turned it into a Lane Hutson conversation.
It is
but
a Lane Hutson conversation.
It's a Jackson Lacombe sign conversation. I think it makes a lot of sense that they would lock him up at that number. And I know there's a lot of question marks about like, who is this kid and all that stuff, but they're signing their number one defenseman. He led the team in ice time last year. And I know
crazy.
Ice time is kind of one of those side stats we don't really look at.
No,
but
it's a big deal.
For a rookie?
For a defenseman, for a rookie, for a guy of that age, it means something.
Huge.
That's the guy who's going to be number one on their sixth defenseman for the next 8 years. And that's what it costs. Like for a number one defenseman, it costs $9 million. So on the surface there, it makes sense. And Jackson Lacombe has room to grow as well as a player. Yeah. He's a late bloomer. They drafted him knowing he's a late bloomer. He was a forward up until he was 18.
That's crazy.
He played at Shattuck St. Mary's under 18 team, and he was a forward there, and they're the ones who switched him to defenseman. And then he went to the University of Minnesota and played with Brock Faber as a defenseman, where he learned and grew. And they got drafted in the second round, and then now he's in the NHL, and he's starting to come into his own. And the Ducks have identified that this kid can eat minutes and be our number one defenseman. Plus, he was a forward in the past, so he could develop those offensive skills because they're in there.
That was
it's
a great
good bet.
That was a great Pierre Maguire impression. The moment you said Shattuck St. Mary's, I practically heard him down the hall. That's right, and they had Sidney Crosby as well. Oh my God! I didn't know any of those things.
No, like because that's the question marks when you see the headline. Who the fuck is Jackson Lacombe? But they're the people in Anaheim now. Just because the team is sucked, they still have players they've been developing.
But like they don't have anybody covering the team or going to the game. So just ask the captain.
What did Gouda say about that? You've never mentioned it,
man. Just the
exact quote from Radko Gudas: "There are no Ducks fans. They don't care."
You've never brought that up.
Yeah,
it's not in a book or anything.
No, I'm thinking about bringing it up at some point. Here, none of you are here. None of you.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about bringing it up.
Even though they're like in the side world of Orange County, like they're still developing players. And if they think this is their number one defenseman, pay them like it.
Yeah.
Can I maybe make a stretch here? I know there's 32 teams and there's 82 games. That's so many games. You can't watch them all. Guys like Jackson Lacombe are why fantasy hockey is important.
Yeah.
I think. Because if you're asking yourself, who the hell is Jackson Lacombe? I know you weren't playing fantasy last year because you're wrong. Everyone who badly needed a defenseman last year was like, I don't know, I guess I'll try this kid. He plays D and has double-digit goals for some reason.
I got Olin Zellweger last night. I was pulled into a fantasy draft with like 20 minutes to go. And I was like, okay, here we go.
You went pretty young.
Well, he's not my starting four.
No, but you also had Misa.
I have Misa, yeah, and I've got
Leonard.
I have Ryan Leonard.
Leonard's such a good pick.
I have Demidov. Yeah. My first pick was Austin Matthews, because I think he's going to be a monster this year.
Correct.
But yeah, I also got Leo Carlson. I want young on the bench because I'm taking bets here.
Jesse.
I also got JJ Peterka, noted Alan Walsh client.
I just realized something.
What is it?
Adam's stealing my bit.
Of what?
Adam Wilde is a Ducks truther.
I've been a Ducks truther. I do think they're going to the playoffs.
Oh my! I thought
I just
you
couldn't
just
get-
liked the Ducks, but
No,
you are hell bent on the propaganda machine
That is-
the Anaheim Ducks.
the Pat Verbeek propaganda machine.
Oh my gosh! I'm going to talk to Jonathan Becker about this tonight.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm doing. It's actually because I think it's a good team.
Wow.
But Peter Mrazek's there.
That jersey the Sharks gave you?
Stinks. Oh, that jersey? I love the Sharks jersey. The Ducks jersey, I don't love.
The Sharks jersey you got, I think you need to give it back.
No. Oh man, no.
I'll put it
I'll give
right
my
next
Will
to
Smith
my
jersey back. Are you kidding?
I'll put it right next to my Dangle 20 jersey and my Gannon Larocque Barracuda jersey.
The reason I bring up in these contracts, Lacombe, Hughes, I bring up Jake Sanderson because that's clearly the baseline of percentages when you have a young defenseman like that. But the Lane Hutson thing, to me, the reason I bring that up too is because he's in a similar position to those guys, but he better, I think. And and younger.
Well, the
And
trajectory
more important
is,
to his team, even, I would say.
Yes, I think you're ticking all the boxes. Like, how could you? He won the Calder. You can't start from a better baseline than being the best.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to take away from Jackson Lacombe. Although, honestly, I didn't need the friggin' Pierre Maguire. I don't care where he went to school.
You don't care about
I liked it.
You don't care about Shattuck St. Mary's?
I'm totally
under
kidding.
18.
I thought that was very cool.
He had like
literally just teasing
25 goals as a forward or something.
That doesn't happen a ton. I'm trying to think the last NHL defenseman last NHL defenseman to really successfully make the transition from forward to D, and I'm coming up with like Dustin Byfuglien, I guess. Burns went the other way. Oh wait, no, you're right. He went forward to D. Sorry.
Yeah, that's always like the go-to from our youth.
And
Like Brent Burns did it when I was like,
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, like it was literally like 20 years ago.
Like I remember Brent Burns the forward.
Yeah.
I remember Brent Burns the forward on the Wild. I used to draft him in NHL 2007 or whatever it was. Yeah, I always love those fantasy drafts. Like instead of I don't want to go into playing an NHL game and like have all the players on the same teams. No, I want to.
You did fantasy draft?
Yeah, always did a fantasy.
Always.
draft.
NHL 2001, for some reason, was one of the NHLs I played for multiple years. Every single year, I did fantasy draft. Peter Forsberg, first pick.
That's a smart pick.
100%. Peter Forsberg, number one center.
It's where you find the hidden gems like your Marek Svatoses and your Marc-Andre Bergerons and your guys.
That's like NHL 06.
I know. That's what I had.
Adam, are you predicting Lane Hutson's deal is going to be a headache for the Habs?
Yes, I think it is. And I just wonder how it all fits. I wondered that, listen, them getting Noah Dobson is friggin' awesome. It's great. Mm-hmm. You had Matheson. Mm-hmm. He's getting older. Okay, I understand that's last year of his deal. Carrier's not like a brilliant puck mover. Dobson and Hutson are. Like, they're elite level and they're young.
Solid piece of the puzzle.
But like, I'm curious about, and I've seen this in Toronto, there's only so much puck to go around, especially from a defense. And I'm like, you've committed to Noah Dobson. Lane Hutson just won the Calder. It'd be like the Leafs are like, listen, Austin Matthews, rookie year, scored 40 goals. Okay. Mm-hmm. But what we really need is somebody else who scores also 40 goals. And there's the difference at forward is that there's way more positions available.
There's two Leaf biases at play here. Number one, we wouldn't know an elite top pairing if it bit us in the ass.
It's never existed.
Yeah. So to have like two guys in the same pair who could legitimately be a number one on any contending team in the league.
Yeah.
We've never had that once in our entire lifetime.
I just wonder about the power play.
Yeah. The closest thing we've ever had to that is like McCabe Coberley.
You've got Slavkovsky, you've got Caulfield, you've got Demidov, you've got Suzuki, and then you've got Dobson.
All guys you can get the puck.
And then you've got Hutson.
Yeah.
They're not running a 6-man power play, so who's playing?
You have a 2-unit.
Yeah, it might be a little. It's wrong. I think it's wrong to characterize having too many good players as a bad thing.
It's not. I'm just saying if you're either of those defensemen, you're going to be pissed about not being on power play one.
I don't know. What if you're winning?
Yeah, the salary.
I don't.
If you're winning, does it matter?
Yes.
The salary cap makes it so that if you have too many good players, it is a bad thing. because it sucks a lot.
Hard to pay them.
Yeah.
But like the Habs have the space with, like you said, Matheson coming off and them already having $7 million in cap space. They can lock up Hutson without it being a problem. Plus Laine's deal is expiring. There's going to be money around, and especially because they're paying the goalie so little, there's money to pay Hutson. And if you're worried about like everybody getting their points, Dobson doesn't need to care about getting his points. He's getting paid.
3.1.
Like his $9.5 million isn't going
I
away
think we're
no matter
ignoring
how much he puts
the
up.
human factor here. Noah Dobson, it's not that he's getting paid. He also has an ego and talent. And I'm not saying he's got any more of an ego than anybody else, but these guys, no, it's, hey, what about, this is what I do though.
Is he going to be
What you
upset if
brought
his
me in
name's
for.
on the Stanley Cup because he's playing with Lane Hutson?
Well, it won't be this year. But I do wonder if
Speak
one
for
of those
yourself.
guys goes,
Speak for yourself.
which I'm wondering on Montreal's defense. I mean, it's they've got some good young guys coming up too. If Caden Gooley's healthy, whatever, sure feels like one of those guys is going to be traded for a second line center, right?
Something.
Like, a Caden Gooley, Mike Matheson, something like
Matheson is in year 8 of 8.
Yeah.
Remember that 8-year deal he
No.
signed?
that. I don't remember that.
That was Florida. Remember, that was the one where he's like, I want 2. They go, why not 4? Why not 6? And why not 8?
Were you there for those negotiations?
No. Oh God,
That's
who was
funny.
it? I think it was Dale Talon. Gave an interview and he described it that way, and everyone was like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, what the fuck?
But then it ended up
Pretty good.
It ended up working out all right, just not on the Panthers. Sorry, the other thing I was going to say with regard to the Leafs, I'll just say the quiet part out loud. I do not want Lane Hutson to sign an 8-year, $9 million contract on Montreal, because it will be an extremely good contract for Montreal.
Yeah.
Boo,
can't-
hiss, I hate it.
We can't let them get away with it. I think is my overall point.
I can't keep getting away with it.
We can't let them do
No, he should be. I can see a world where he repeats what he did last year, and then I think an 8-year contract, you're probably talking like 12. If he has back-to-back 60-plus point seasons to start his career,
Yeah.
I think 8 times 12 is being awfully kind. I think
you
it's
want me to
4
take less than?
I think it's
I
4
don't think
times
it's
12.
8. Yeah,
I think it's 4 times 12, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting 8 years.
Oh yeah,
Are
maybe.
you out of your mind?
Then
No
he's
way.
sitting there like Nathan McKinnon. He's like, "Oh, I make $6 million. I'm the best
Yeah.
player in the world."
I got to do
And Nathan
19 more Tim Hortons ads.
Yeah. It's like Crosby better want to drive this Zamboni with me in this ad because I need the money.
What does Owen Power make? What's his deal?
Owen Power. I'll pull up.
I was gonna say Darlene, but he makes
11.
11,
I think, isn't
11
Owen Power like 10? It's
Owen Power
He makes a
makes
lot.
$8.35 million.
Okay, less than I thought, but
So
Lane
2031.
Hutson has had more prolific numbers. It's also not that long of a deal, too, for Power. Hutson has had more prolific numbers than Owen Power at this stage in his career. Now, Owen Power is twice his size. But
And let's be honest, you pay a Buffalo tax.
is there not a Quebec Montreal tax?
No, the Buffalo tax is the Buffalo.
Oh,
The
your
way that
organization stinks?
Yes, the way that the organization conducts itself. I think in Montreal, you're to quote the great Mitch Marner, you're a god, and it's a honor to play for that organization.
To quote the what?
To quote the late great Mitch Marner, you're a god.
Check that.
What?
And that's why he's still here.
No, I think it's
Great
like
feature on him in the Athletic. They don't bring up Toronto at all.
no,
No,
sure didn't come up.
It's not about us, guys.
No.
And never forget
man,
that.
we're
irrelevant.
I'm not even gonna talk about it. I just can't anymore. But I will say that
Why is the camera on me?
Lane Hutson.
Why is it on me right now? Madeline! You get the camera on me!
Were you in the article? Oh no.
Lane Hutson's dad.
Ah!
And Lane, if you are listening to this, you don't sign any more than 4 years. Don't you sign any more than 4 years. Don't be silly.
Hey.
Do not sign any more than 4 years.
Lane Hutson.
And make sure it's higher than 9.
Lane, these guys are lowballing you.
Do it for Toronto.
Do it for yourself. You got what is it? 3 brothers?
Yeah.
Who are in the NHL or gonna join the NHL? You want to set the precedent for them to get ripped off by getting ripped off yourself? Let me ask you a genuine question. Who do the Montreal Canadiens think they are? What? Don't take that low ball offer. You get everything you deserve and earned, sweetie.
Also,
you get everything that you deserve.
Listen, if he takes a bigger contract, Team USA can't ignore him next time.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
They have Jackson.
Bill Guavin can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Lacombe made it.
Lacombe is going to be there ahead of Hutson, obviously. He was at camp.
Interesting little
Hutson
wrinkle.
wasn't.
It is a wrinkle. It is a wrinkle. BetMGM is the official sports betting partner of the National Hockey League. And listen, while we wait for hockey to start, which it does next Wednesday, I want to talk a little playoff baseball.
Ooh.
Because the wild card is over.
Mm-hmm.
Jays and Yankees are playing. Jesse, when you're looking at baseball and Steve's looking at putting the $2 Steve on something, what kinds of things, even if you're a passing fan, what kinds of things do you want to look for?
Anytime touchdown.
I like this one because it's super easy. You get it out of the way very early, and I think it's pretty good odds. So BetMGM has a bet, and it's either team to score in the first inning, and you can bet yes or no. So you can bet no that either team scores. The first inning ends 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
And I like those odds of the no because playoff game, a little nervous. You think the pitchers are kind of going to settle in more than the batters.
Yeah.
You know, they 1, 2, 3 first inning, maybe a walk in there, but they get out of that little jam there. And I think it's a good bet, especially at 1.78 times your money. So it's almost 2 to 1. If you put like $5 on that, you're getting like $4 back. Let me just check it. So $5 would net you $8.90 back.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
All I can think of is a few years ago, it was the wild card. I was setting up the Blue Room and I had the Jays game on the radio and everyone was so jacked for the beginning of the playoffs. And it was like first batter home run.
Yeah.
Against the Jays.
You're banking on like Springer not going deep.
Yeah.
In his first at bat, which he has done plenty this season. So you're kind of rooting against the Jays in that regard. You're betting like Aaron Judge coming up in the 3 spot if he's batting there in game 1 that he doesn't hit a home run or drive in somebody. But I think first inning ending 0-0 is kind of where I'm leaning.
The BetMGM app has improved its lineup this season to include instant withdrawals, data insights, and a brand new rewards hub. Download the BetMGM app today and enjoy the NHL and the MLB like never before. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 18 plus to wager. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or somebody close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. BetMGM operates pursuant to an operating agreement with iGaming Ontario. I want to say, I'm going to move on from this topic, but I wanted to quickly mention that we have a special guest joining us on Agent Provocateur this Sunday.
Who is it?
Marc-André Fleury.
Woo! Get out of town!
In his first sit-down interview since playing the game in Pittsburgh. And yes, we do ask him how his hip's doing. Because remember, he was complaining about his hip and that sort of thing. It was very funny. I think, Jesse, you were there for the recording. I don't know if there's any highlights that we would like to tease, but he's pretty candid about where he's at, right? Like there's the rumors about him.
You guys definitely don't ask him if he's going to play one more year.
Yeah, but it's sort of inferred, right?
No, you do ask him. That was the joke. Like, you ask him, and because Alan asked, and he's upfront about it. Mm-hmm. You know,
yeah.
He's
also hilarious.
Very restless. You can tell throughout the interview. It's like he's not used to not playing hockey. Because he was talking, he's like, "Oh, I did this today, and yesterday I drove cars, and then on a racetrack, and then the other day I went to Pilates class." And he's like, he's really keeping himself busy because
it's like that Jason Statham movie where he has to keep his heart rate up or he'll die.
Yeah,
I don't know that movie.
Where he's jumping out of planes and he hooks himself up to a car battery.
Yeah, because somebody like stole his heart, and he has to like. It's a bizarre concept. But yes, he's got to.
It's a good insight into the mind of a hockey player who's been playing hockey his entire life, and then at the peak level of hockey for 20 years, and now it's like, oh, I don't have to go to the rink every day and train for hockey every day and think about hockey all the time. So there's so many activities he's doing, and it's fun to hear Fleury come up with like what he's going to do with all of his free time.
Well,
it's an awesome interview.
And that is, he's just, I mean, it's the second time he's been on the show. He's great. He's just I know he hates doing interviews. Like, it's not his favorite thing. He doesn't like talking about himself, but he was really good in this one.
They also talk about the pranks that he was planning on doing, and then he couldn't do them because he didn't have enough time and everything, and how he settled on detailing the cars and everything for the guys at Pittsburgh. But it's so funny to hear what he almost did.
It's so much better than what he did do, which was still pretty good.
Yeah.
I would
The almost prank would have been fantastic.
Oh, man.
I would glitter bomb everyone's car just because I know that wouldn't clean out for the entire season. Just so every time you get in your car, you got to think of me. 100%.
He was going one up on that. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that's going to be Sunday at 6:00 on SDPN. You can watch that there. Now I want to move on to the extension Oilers fans have been waiting for. Chris Knoblauch has agreed
finally
to an extension.
Finally.
And so apparently
They got it done.
So apparently has John Cooper of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh.
He got that done earlier this summer and nobody knew about it.
That's crazy. He's been the coach of the Lightning since what?
He's the
2012?
longest serving head coach in the NHL right now by a country mile.
Isn't he the longest serving head coach in like North American sports or something
Since
like that?
2012, 2013, which is basically at the end of the season. That's when we started the show. He's been coach of the Lightning.
March 25th, 2013.
And we started in May.
Wow.
And he's missed the playoffs 2 times.
Wow. So 2012 Calder Cup,
Mm-hmm.
2015 Cup Final,
Mm-hmm.
2019 President's Trophy,
Yep.
2020 Cup, 2021 Cup, 2022 Stanley Cup Final.
Yep. And
Four Nation Face-Off.
this run of first and out play that he's had, first round and out play, is the longest non-second round streak in his entire time in Tampa.
Well, they keep running into the Leafs, so
They do. They do. It's tough for them.
it's actually
Must be hard
the
for them.
Panthers.
It is the Panthers. But they did run into the Leafs once, and the Leafs did beat them. Chris Knoblauch signing an extension is not surprising because you want to do... I mean, this is the guy that... Listen, no one said it explicitly, but I'm pretty sure Connor McDavid handpicked this guy. So if you want to keep Connor McDavid, you must keep Chris Knoblauch. And I wondered, and we never get to hear what coaches make. We always get, I think it's in this range or whatever. But I would imagine that after 2 straight finals appearances and being McDavid's pick, you probably have some good negotiating room there, right? You probably got the hammer.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's where you went. Adam likes to go positive. The negative I was thinking of is if Connor leaves, he's going to be sitting there like, nuts.
He's still got Leon Draisaitl, man.
Yeah, but if they take a big step back,
No.
like all the Connor guys are gone.
Jesse, I don't know how he went there.
Happening.
All the guys, okay, if you go out of your way to make Connor happy and Connor leaves anyway, at the first sign of trouble, all the guys who are there to keep Connor happy are gone. Valid?
I don't agree with that. I think
do.
Even if Connor McDavid leaves, the Edmonton Oilers still have a very good team, and Chris Knoblauch has proven he's a very competent NHL head coach and can coach a team to the Stanley Cup Final back-to-back years. And I think they're going to be fine.
When did you become an Oilers beat reporter? and you just keep referencing 1990 when Messier and crew won it without Gretz.
Maybe we're going to get the McDavid leaves bump for Edmonton.
That'd be
That
would be
Draisaitl wins
crazy.
the cup.
That'd be quite the story, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That would be nuts.
I think when I look at the Oilers, like, you know, with or without Connor McDavid, that is a playoff team, assuming their goaltending gets better. And I like the bet that they made with Connor Ingram because he has shown flashes of what he can be. And I'm hoping he gets back to that. But that is like a pretty well-built team.
Yeah.
And
I don't
not
think
a lot of
there's
issues.
a question that it's a playoff team.
Yeah.
No.
Like that might be, in the next couple of years, it might be a little on the old side, but
Yeah, sure. But like if next year minus McDavid plus 12, what does he make? $12.5 million in cap space?
Yes.
To add non-McDavid, that is a playoff team.
yeah.
I don't think there's any concern.
Maybe if Connor leaves, Jack Roslovic will finally accept a deal to Edmonton.
I don't think the problem is Jack Roslovic accepting a deal. I think he's screwed.
Oh, no. The Oilers offered him a contract on July 1st, and he said, I'm not interested.
Oh, but it ain't July anymore.
No, it ain't.
And he's screwed.
He's in Columbus now, practicing.
Oh, he is?
Because he lives there. It's his hometown.
Oh, right. Yes.
That was such a big story when the Line trade happened, is he was also going.
Oh, they got the cap space.
I wonder, listen, what are we going to say about John Cooper? He's been great. Chris Knoblauch, he's McDavid's guy. He's been great.
Chris Knoblauch has an incredible record in the NHL, and even if the Oilers would let him go, it's the kind of resume that would get him like the assistant coaching job in Anaheim.
What?
Remember that? Adam remembers that.
Dallas Eagles? No.
Woodcroft.
Oh, Woodcroft.
Remember his record was like
insane.
130.
But do you know why
20-2 and couldn't get a head coaching job?
And the reason that Woodcroft couldn't, I think, is because of how they started before Knoblauch took over. People were like, you made a team that went to the finals later that same year look like that for 2 months or 3 months or whatever it was.
Didn't affect Michel Therrien. Same way.
Yeah, but Michel Therrien was French-Canadian, and the Canadians were always going to open up a position for him.
Yeah,
we're going to have a great coach.
Remember when they had a carousel of two guys?
Yeah,
there was a
he
Therrien
speaks French, and
Julien.
he speaks French. It's crazy. I look,
and then they got Marty St. Louis from like his preteens team, and it worked.
So Steve, is what you're saying? I want to come back to this. If McDavid leaves, are you saying Jeff Jackson and Chris Knoblauch are basically gone?
Why are those people there?
Well, I imagine to run the team. Don't you think? Don't you think? Jesse, what do you think?
Stop.
Do you think Jeff Jackson's just gone? Like, sorry, you didn't keep Connor.
No, not immediately. But why are we, fellas? Why are we all pretending like we don't know why all those specific men are in that specific job?
They came in and did a good job, except for the fact that Philip Broberg had 3 points last night. It looks like he's going to be a stud, and Dylan Holloway had 60 points last year. Other than that, which is not Stan Bowman's fault, as much as I'd love to lay that at his feet, that's Jeff Jackson's fault.
Why are all those dudes there?
Jesse, how long would you give a guy like Chris Knoblauch or Jeff Jackson if the team continues to make the playoffs but Connor isn't there?
I think there is an interesting conversation to be had about who gets the blame for Connor McDavid leaving. I think if the result is you did not build a good enough team around Connor McDavid to keep him around, then if this thing continues to go sideways, there's an argument to be made that you lose your job. That doesn't really fall on the head coach. I don't think that would fall on management, upper management building the team. I think Knoblauch is a good coach and should stick around regardless of whether or not McDavid is there or not. I think the front office would have questions in that you have such a close relationship. How did you let this thing get away? That's where I would come from ownership. But if I believe that they're still good hockey people and they can build a team, then you keep them around. But if I'm putting the blame on them, then we got questions about your future.
Yeah, to be clear, like if McDavid leaves and the Oilers remain good, yeah, like why would they fire them? But at the first sign of trouble, off with their heads. I think that's what happens. You're there for one job. Your one job, I think I guess it wouldn't be one job. Your job in order of priority is keep Connor happy, win a Stanley Cup.
That's true.
Because number one,
but he might
helps
be happy.
Number two.
Connor's never said he wasn't happy. This is the thing. You know, you say keep Connor happy. They have. If he doesn't sign there, it's not because the Oilers didn't keep him happy. He is happy.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Convince him that Edmonton is the place he wants to spend the rest of his NHL career. Or the best years of his NHL career. Obviously, if they get a 2-year extension done, that's a huge victory, I think.
Yeah. And really, coaches and general managers, unless you're the Leafs, they usually last, and CEOs only last usually 4 to 5 years anyway.
Yeah, I think the CEO role of Jeff Jackson is a lot more cemented. I don't think they would be that flippant with getting rid of him in that role. I think you'd look at more towards like Stan Bowman. And it's like, okay, we can kind of move on from him here if we lost McDavid. I think that's whose job would be in jeopardy in my eyes, not Jeff Jackson.
Would they trade Leon Draisaitl for Brandon Saad? do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 for 1.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Just wanted
Championship DNA.
Yeah, you're right. Listen,
Gotta
you're
have
right.
it.
I was going to push the Leafs to lower in the episode, but I thought you might want to know, and this broke during the show, that Scott Laughton is considered week to week after last night's game. So David Kampf is practicing with the team, and that means we really don't need to worry about any roster issues. No, we're not losing anybody to waivers anytime soon.
This is why you don't just have a roster of exactly the amount of skaters you need. You need extra forwards and defensemen and goaltenders because these things happen and they come up.
Like 2 years ago, we would be
Jeez.
talking about how like some poor University of Toronto student needs to miss classes now, so that the Leafs can ice a roster.
Yeah, because like they wouldn't even be able to call up Marlies. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be like they can't fit the Marlies on the roster. This is good from a you had protection from this standpoint.
Yeah.
It's bad that Laughton's out. That fourth line was looking really good, but like that's why we got David Kampf and he hasn't been traded.
And I'm happy that Laughton got most of the camp in. Now he's week to week. So that means he's back in November or something.
It makes me look at the fourth line completely differently, though. Because Laughton can score. He is an offensive option. David Kampf, generally speaking, is not. I think Lorentz can do two things. I think he can walk and chew gum. I think he can be part of a line that is geared to Maddie like that
Maddie
one.
did like that. Yeah.
I think
Matty must be new here. He said that so many times.
he can run a line that's geared to defense. He can forecheck. He can chip in a few goals every now and
He
then.
can start 3-on-3 overtime.
He can.
Steven Lorenz?
No, David.
Oh, David Kampf. Yeah, you're right, Adam. You like that? But now all of a sudden,
We are living in the dumbest timeline. I just want you to understand that was somebody. You guys tried
that's
to
why.
sell that shit to me. You guys tried to tell me that was a good
and
idea.
then they scored.
Stop it.
That was the night I broke
Stop
my
it.
nose. I remember
Stop
that.
it. Stop
They
it.
were
Anyway.
paying Austin Matthews $11 million to not take the 3-on-3
Yeah, but he's not good at it.
faceoff.
I don't know. Maybe he should figure that
Yeah,
out.
maybe you should kind of learn it.
Hey, Austin, here's what's going wrong. You make $11 million.
Yeah, that was crazy that year.
It makes me look at Cowan on the fourth line a little differently.
Yeah,
But
I think you put Yarncroke there.
you know, a lot of people are going to hate that,
Yeah.
but I kind of look at it that way too.
The line made so much more sense with Laughton.
You listen, until Laughton's back, put Cowan with the Marlies.
I don't think
Let him play.
I don't think Cowan deserves to lose his spot because the guy next to him got injured. I think this is what you have to do because your hands are kind of tied, and I don't think that's a right way to treat a kid. If he earned that spot, he gets it.
Yeah.
But if this was the beginning of training camp, you didn't have Laughton. I don't know if Cowan works there.
Devil's advocate, I think Yarncroke has had at least as good of a camp as Cowan, and he's the veteran, right?
I'm actually surprised he's not the centerman.
Yarncroke?
Yeah.
No,
He
he
can play
hasn't been an
center.
NHL center in a long time.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's something he could do in a pinch.
It's
but-
also a good opportunity for David Kampf to come in and show off to other teams that, hey, I can still do this and you should probably trade for me. Because now, if any team was waiting to get him on waivers, they're not going to.
I don't think anyone's upset about this. If anyone is upset about this conversation right now, it should be Nick Robertson, because a spot opened up in the lineup, and
It's
we're
not
like,
yours.
okay, well, Kampf goes at center, and I don't know if Cowan works there, so we're going to put in, you guessed it, Yarncroke.
Right. Well, I don't know if they're looking at it as Cowan doesn't work there. I think Berube would look at it as that's Cowan's spot.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Because
Jess. I think
Robertson's
you're right.
not a fourth liner, and Yarncroke got outplayed by him. By
Okay,
Cowan.
let's play. Is this overthinking? Does the last preseason game and how that line looks mean anything?
No, I think last night was the game where it meant stuff.
Oh, well, that's even worse because they were hot dog ass.
But that was the lineup with the full NHL lineup. I don't
Yeah.
know. Actually, I don't know. I don't think they're going to go Saturday with the same crew they went with last night.
No.
Like they can't.
gonna-
right?
Austin, this is Austin's fault, by the way.
Why?
Because after the game, he was asked about how bad they were, and he was like, yeah, that sucked, but we got out of it healthy, so that's a victory. Thanks, Austin. Now Scott Laughton's out.
I was thinking about David Kampf on the way in. Believe it or not, because this is what
Why?
I do. Well, because I even knew. It's funny that I was thinking about it, because I didn't know Laughton was hurt. But with David Kampf, there's here's the issue with him for me. People are like, defensively responsible center. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So when you have to play an offensively gifted player, are you matching David Kampf against them?
No, you're matching Austin.
Right. And so when you look at this guy, I think like Philip Deneau, JG Pageau, guys like that, Shane Corson on Alexei Yashin back in the day, you have guys that can shut down players. All I really get from David is he doesn't throw pizzas up center in his, in the defensive zone. But beyond that, I need to see from him, what is it? Huh?
Nothing.
What I need to see from him, I think with this opportunity is if I'm another general manager, I'm looking to trade for him. What do you do? What do you do? You're defensively responsible. There are plenty of guys who make a lot less than you do that I can get that are defensively responsible.
Right.
What do? Do you win a lot of faceoffs? Can I put you out there as a specialist?
I think he's
Can I
fine.
try you? Can I try line matching you against a really good player in October or November and see how that goes? Like, this is where if you're him and you're thinking that a trade's coming, this is an opportunity. But the Leafs, I don't believe he can do that.
He's fine. He's just not versatile.
He does one thing.
And the other thing, if here, can we get that back on the screen there for a second?
Come on, Matty. Jeez.
No. Because
I know
she
I'm
didn't know
joking.
this was coming.
I'm joking.
Here's what's interesting.
Adam
to
likes
me.
to berate producers.
I do.
You're a piece of crap, Adam.
Yeah. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
What do you mean? Singing me off. Play me off. That is still my favorite.
That's one of the most classic news clips ever.
And he looks like he's about to savage that person. It's a crazy clip.
It's unreal what you used to be able to get away with in TV and radio. Like, people used to be psychotic. And I was very young when the last of the psychotic people were leaving, so I saw some of them.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we got a little taste of
but
it.
they're all gone now.
Yeah, and they'd all make $10 million a year.
Yeah.
And they'd all just be assholes to everyone around them.
And this channel wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they all got let go, and it's crazy. The channel survived.
Anyways, the Leafs line. Sorry.
So anyway,
I did that.
The Leafs are up a goal. There's 90 seconds left in the game. What three forwards are on the ice? I assume Matthews.
David
I assume
Kampf.
Nyes.
Up a goal.
Up a goal.
Okay.
So you're defending.
You're not putting Domi out there. Traditionally, you haven't put Nylander out there. You could. But if it's not him, who is it? Wah? It's probably not JT. It's probably not McMahon. It's probably not Joshua. It's probably not Michelli. You could put out Lorentz. I guess you could put Kampf on the wing. Your options are all of a sudden not as plentiful
Kampf
as they
needs
were
to
last
be that.
year.
Yarncroke would be that guy.
This is what. So
Is that what you're saying, Brooks?
I love Cowan. I think he's going to have a very good long career. Is he who they need right now at this very moment?
I think they need scoring throughout the lineup, and David Kampf is a negative in the scoring department. And so you're going to have some flair. Because if you have, listen, I love Calle Yarncroke and I think he's valuable. But you have Calle Yarncroke and David Kampf together, you know that line will do nothing.
Lorentz has played center.
Yeah.
Yarncroke has played center. Could they play center by committee?
I don't think you want that
That's
from your
tough.
fourth line.
Well,
That's tough.
I think you give David Kampf a chance, and then you hope that a team wants to give up assets for him when Laughton's ready to come.
whenever we talk about depth, and I do think the Leafs' depth is improved this year, but we've lost one chess piece off the board, and it's fourth line center. And all of a sudden, we're asking a lot of hard questions that we don't have a very good answer to.
I am personally not asking any of those questions. I think you run with Kampf in the replacement for Laughton, and you see how Cowan does in that right wing's position. I honestly don't change anything in this lineup, and you just swap the guy who's injured.
90 seconds left. Who's right wing?
Huh?
What do you mean?
90 seconds left. You're down a goal. You're up a goal. Who's right wing?
I don't know in that situation if I'm doing blender lines. I might be just running my lines.
You're
If
running Domi out.
I'm running the first line out.
You need
or
Domi
I'm
to
running
figure
the
it out.
second line out. You guys
It's October. You need to
guys
figure
need
it out.
Learn how to play hockey.
That's valid.
And defend
That's
a lead.
valid.
I'm running the second line out.
Yeah.
Tavares and McMahon and Nylander got to know how to defend a lead and play with a minute to go. Or that third line too. I trust that third line. Michelli's decent on defense in both ways of the ice. And his passing ability is so good. I I don't know. I'm not worried about that fourth line. I'm not playing the fourth line, first of all, with a minute left.
No.
I want one of those top two and maybe that third line out there.
Well, and let's say this, okay?
Domi's got to learn to play defense.
So two things.
Which we've seen flashes of.
So first off, I just want on Cowan. Here's another way to look at it, Steve. And I think the more we talk about it, the more I think Jesse's right. Cowan can show the organization that he can drive offense.
This is a big opportunity for him.
This is huge.
Yeah.
This is better. Like if he succeeds here and Laughton comes back, then you're like, shit.
You don't
we
need a
got
babysitter.
Player, man. We got a player. If Laughton and him had started off and Cowan starts great, that's awesome. But Kampf does, like, no disrespect. I know the first year he had like 12 goals. He's not an offensive guy. He's kind of where offense goes to die. We saw that last year. Yeah. Fine. But he does other things. If Cowan can squeeze blood from a stone here, all of a sudden, hey, that's pretty cool. And then with Domi, and this is the other thing I wanted to say, Max Domi must know, and they all must know, but this is the best opportunity to establish yourself in the top 6 that you will ever get in your entire career. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't work here, you will never get an opportunity like this again on a team this good. Max Domi, I think, is going into this season about as focused as you can be, because this is year 2 of a 4-year deal. Last year was not a great start. He was injured and all that stuff, and they were short guys, and Matthews wasn't playing and all that. We all know what happened. But if we see Max Domi with great vision, at least adequate on defense, it's always got to be, right? Because Matthews and Nyes are killing penalties now, and you don't make your like boneheaded decisions like the Leafs were doing all last night. None of them were Max Domi with the sticks to the face. And like if you're going to take a penalty, make sure it's worthwhile. If you're Max, that is, I don't know what you need to be focused, but I feel like there's plenty of reasons there. I think Jesse's absolutely right. You need to know, and you need to know quick, if that line can handle a situation like that, because if it's coming down to the first, second, third round and you're in game 6, game 7 and you're up a goal, what, are you not throw Matthews out there?
Right.
So can we be done with the era of needing to shelter someone who's on the first line? Because like for a couple of years that was Bunting.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
but that was because of their cap issues.
Late in the game, okay, we're taking Bunting off the ice. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It was no.
I mean,
good.
it's a 23 or 24. What is it? 23. $23 million first line. They should be able to handle those assignments.
Now you're making me do math.
13 plus 7 plus 3. Yeah.
Sure.
So, I think it's kind of important that they get there. Now,
yeah, and like I think you're galaxy braining it a little with Laughton coming out.
That's my job!
No, it literally is your job.
Yeah.
Laughton coming out and messing with the whole lineup. So I think like Cowans are in that spot, and he's gonna excel, I think, in game 1. We'll see how he plays the whole season. But like on the Domi stuff, we forget his most successful tenure in the NHL was playing on the first line with Patrick Kane. Like he's been a first liner, and I know that team wasn't very good, but he was really good when he was on the first line playing the left wing on Patrick Kane. So maybe a full season with like, hey, you get Austin Matthews this time, you're on the other wing. I get that's a little different from being in the right and the left, but maybe this is what he needs. Maybe he can't play the role of a bottom 6 forward. Maybe he only needs to be in these top line roles to really get things going.
The playoff he had on the Dallas Stars right before signing with the Leafs, like,
he was great.
He's shown enough. There's enough sample size there. Like, okay, when the going gets tough, he elevates. Mm-hmm. And is he ever going to score 72 points again? It doesn't look like it. Okay, can we get 50? There might be 50 left in there.
Yeah,
I think with the Leafs, he's hit 40.
And man, his that 3 or 4 month run he had with Matthews and Bertuzzi.
That line couldn't stop scoring. It was awesome.
That's why when people say,
next man up,
what's Austin Matthews going to do without Mitch Marner? I'm like, you haven't watched the Leafs, because his 69 goal season, the last 3 months he wasn't playing.
Marner was the only player who passed to him. Guys, what's the money for?
Yeah.
Here's some Max Domi career numbers for you. Those Montreal years where he had the 28 goal, 44 assist season, 72 points. That came in the 18-19 season, played all 82 games. Following year, 71 games, 17 goals, a bit of a drop off from the 28, 44 points. The Chicago season in his games in Chicago. 60 games in Chicago, 18 goals, 31 assists, 50 points, playing alongside Patrick Kane for a lot of those years. And then the Toronto years, 9 goals, 8 goals.
There's
the 2 years there.
There's absolutely no way this is correct. His first year in Toronto was the first and only year of his career where he had 100+ penalty minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
That cannot be true.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I look at the
wow.
time on ice. It's the second time this episode I brought up time on ice and its importance.
It
but
matters.
like the time when Max Domi is playing a lot of minutes has been the most successful moments of his career. The 18-minute-a-night seasons, the 17-minute-a-night seasons, and then the drop-offs where it's like nobody really trusts his skill. He can't get enough going. So I just wonder if giving him this spotlight in this position, he's able to elevate, and if he has that mentality in him.
I think the issue was that those teams were not good teams. A. B. The defensive numbers weren't good.
He hasn't played this little since he was in Columbus.
Yeah.
So that's got to come up.
We need to see. I want to see him take care of it. Like this is a huge opportunity. Now, last night's game was stupid, and last night's game is everything why I hate the preseason. I hate it. It was so fucking bad. And the Leafs deserved all those penalties in the second period. I'm not complaining about that. Stolarz was great.
Holy moly, he was great.
And so that's excellent. That's cool. Mm-hmm. If we're looking about, at individual performances, the one thing that stood out to me was that third line. When they were allowed to play 5-on-5 because the Leafs just kept saying, you know what? How about a paddle to the face?
They really got taken out of this.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking sticks down, boys.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But
get it out of the way now.
Yeah, I guess.
Because Chief's going to kill you.
Yes, but I loved what I saw in the first period from Joshua, Michelli, and Waugh. And you know what I like about Waugh so much is body positioning. It's fucking boring to talk about.
Anytime you can get the best player in a trade, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When you see him in
just Joshuaing
along the boards, doesn't matter where it is, it's his own zone or the offensive zone. He always has seemingly the right body position. I know he's not the fastest guy on the ice, but he always is able to angle off a puck carrier and drive them and at least create the opportunity for a turnover. I really like that about him.
He's been playing big boy hockey in Vegas for a very long time.
He's a big boy. What did you guys think of that line? I wanted to kind of highlight them because again, third line has had an identity crisis on this team since Kadri left.
When I watch preseason games, I try to imagine what it's going to look like faster. I think Dakota Joshua might kill somebody.
What if he gets his speed up?
Yeah,
he's so big.
Yeah, and I just feel like they're saving it. It looks like they're saving it. I know it's preseason, but you are ramping up for something. It's like how when you slump or you're not trying or you're just trying to make sure you get hurt heading into the playoffs. It's not really what you're supposed to be doing.
Don't get hurt.
Yeah, don't get hurt, but you're supposed to
you said get hurt heading in.
Yeah,
oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're trying to not get hurt.
Yeah. Unless you're Vegas or the Panthers.
You're supposed to be elevating your game to head into the playoffs. Right now, they should be elevating their game to head into the regular season. So I don't like that last night seemed to be taken not very seriously.
Yeah.
But when the game speeds up, if you're already taking this many penalties, like you better cut that shit out.
Yeah, that game was useless from the first period onwards. Like they just took so many penalties that you can't really judge anything that's going on. The whole game was on the penalty kill. I'm glad that they got their work in.
Penalty kill looked good.
All the different PK units they did excel. It was good. And then even in the third period, there was a moment where it was, I believe, Michelli, Cowan, Domi out there together because they had been sitting for so long.
Right.
So Brube is like, I just need you guys to go out there and skate because it's the preseason.
That's a fun line.
So he threw. That's never a line that's never going to be together ever again.
No one.
The history of time.
None of them will shoot. I guess.
But they're just out there doing cardio because they're sitting on the bench. So yeah, I was a little disappointed that they would waste a complete period like that and then kind of waste the third too. But Stolarz got a lot of work, looked fantastic. The power play, if you had something to say about it, I want to talk about the power play a little.
Oh, I just wanted to say, like, all those penalties and ended up in the penalty kill. Like, what's Laughton's injury?
I don't know.
Because my guess
lower body,
is,
as they said.
Well, my guess is the shot he blocked off his instep, which was on the bloody penalty kill.
Yeah, that was a big moment. Like
Probably
a
Brad Bruce or something like that.
Yeah, he's out there in the preseason, like taking shots. Like you
need your feet,
intense,
like,
So I wonder if that's exactly where he heard it.
I also hate games like that when the Leafs get into them. I think this is the same for NHL franchises. Like you get into those games, forget that it's preseason, and you take that many penalties. Everybody's fucking exhausted. So then the rest of the night, your best players are exhausted, and none of the lines can be normal. It sucks.
But sometimes a game gets away from you, and then you have a reset. How do you get it back? That's what happened in Game 7 in Florida. The game, they were right in it. I mean, even though Florida was running their show, they were still tied. They were right in it. And when they lost it at breakneck speed, and they never got it back. You have to be able to. They
probably should have thrown more hits.
I think these are the consequences of having such a veteran-laden team that's like, we're going to win now. It's all about the playoffs. Who cares what happens now? You get these preseason games where they're not there.
Yeah.
If this is a younger team, if this is a team that's fighting more if there's more guys fighting for spots on this lineup, you'll see a better compete in these preseason games. The 6 darn preseason games. But when you got these guys who are like, what does Austin care about the preseason?
Exactly.
So that's why you have these wasted games. Yeah, which he did. Yeah, he did. Scoring. And I want to talk about the power play a little because I'm surprised it's not more of a conversation that like Morgan's there now, and that's a completely different look. And Adam, I don't know if you're super pumped about this or gonna still have a knock on him, but the reason that Matthews scores on that early power play is because Morgan Riley fires the puck at the net.
I love that.
Okay, it wasn't a hard shot, and I know you were upset because he doesn't have the hardest shot.
He doesn't have the hardest shot, but please do that because here's the thing: we knew Mitch wouldn't.
Yeah,
and here's the deal. All you have to do when the point man won't shoot and you know he won't shoot, ISO the other guys. Let him have the puck. Let him fuck around with it and do your twirls. And by the way, I'm not just blaming Marner for that. Morgan Riley does that shit too. Where it's like, I'm just going to, look at me. I'm so good at handling the puck. It's crazy. And that they are. But if you can't be a threat from the point, then you should not be on the point. End of story.
So in wasted games like this, in preseason action, these are the little things we should be looking for and we should be highlighting and saying, this is good. This is good progress here. Matt, you can throw some on the screen too. I'll put it in the corner there. So Tavares wins the face-off when they get on the power play early in that first period. It goes back. I don't let him win it here. The little dots are moving there. It goes back immediately to Morgan. It's a little trickle over, and Morgan doesn't waste time. He fires it directly on the net, even though the guys like aren't in position. You're seeing Nyes and Tavares get to the front of the net. He's not waiting for that to unfold and everybody set up. He's like, I'm just going to fire it there and good things will happen. And then that leads to Tavares, who's going to the net, getting that rebound, seeing Nyes is right behind him, throwing it over, and then who throws it over to Austin. That leads directly to a goal. Great stuff, Morgan. New quarterback. New role on the power play. You did fantastic.
Let me say this. Can I just say this? I want him to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
I want him to be good. I just have seen a lot of evidence that this isn't going to work, but I love that, and I'm going to root for that. Go ahead.
One of my greatest regrets is Mitch Marner not winning the Conn Smythe in either of the last in any of the last 7 seasons.
I'm bummed he didn't score the Stanley Cup winning goal.
Genuinely, I would have. You know what? All that security stuff, I would have gotten over it. It would have been fine. It would have been A-okay.
Good for you, local podcaster.
You know what? He was right. Yeah, that's me, local podcaster. Listen, we've talked a lot about Domi. We've talked a lot about Michelli. I think a huge, maybe the biggest part of replacing of replacing Marner's offense is Morgan. On the power play. It's a very important thing, and I need people to just open their minds to the idea that other NHL players can pass the puck to Austin Matthews. And good things may happen as a result.
He doesn't need Mitch.
They'll be blown away by this. Do you know that the first 3 or 4 years Austin was in Toronto, he played with William Nylander?
Yeah. And I think Mitch on the power play.
They never put Marner and Matthews together unless it was the power play.
Unless it was the power play, and I feel like it wasn't even right away.
No, JVR was in front of the net.
JVR was in front of the net. I mean, Marner definitely wasn't playing the points.
Yeah.
Like,
no. True.
Things will be fine.
Yeah.
Let's have a greater discussion. Is Austin Matthews good?
Well, at $13 million, he probably should be.
Yeah. Well,
If he's not, that's not his fault. It'd be Treliving's.
yeah.
So, if you're offering a contract to a guy who can't score without one specific player, that's a tough one. Now, there is a bunch of stuff that's come out about Face Off Inside the NHL, which is the Amazon show. I want to actively avoid this on the show because I think we've already been given the heads up and knew before, and Jesse, you've seen the episodes, that there are some cringe Leaf moments. And Luke Fox actually used the word cringe when referencing a Leaf player in this. But I don't want to dive deep on it. But from what I understand, and this is what Leaf fans have to look forward to, the Tkachuk brothers basically hijacked the Leafs episode.
I mean,
So-
that's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because they did. One of them ran the show.
That might be the only way to make it interesting. Oh, what did they do? Wilt in the biggest moments and feel sad about it? We don't need more B-roll of them futzing with their hair while sitting forlorn in the locker room.
Dry hair?
Well, some of
Ooh,
them.
boy.
And we don't need the coach going, come on, we're better than that. Like, okay, that was probably authentic footage of Craig Berube saying that. They could have just as easily run Sheldon Keefe's footage through AI and been like, make Sheldon Keefe Craig Berube.exe send. Like, that's how computers work. That's how computers work. Like, I honestly, putting players from other teams into Leaf segments might be the only way to zhuzh them up.
Right.
Do they look? Do we look at the big guys and they're like, is there B-roll of them shooting and not scoring?
You're so upset.
And then being like,
No, it's Charlie Brown in the football.
Yeah.
Watching the Leafs and you're like, okay, they're going to show this scene where they're really upset about losing and they're going to lose.
like,
That's what it is.
remember how they showed the teaser for the new Shrek movie?
I don't remember that.
They showed the teaser. Maddie's all over this. They showed the teaser. Well, then why do you have all the Shrek things in your Crocs? Anyway,
That was a gift from my friend Joanna.
Yeah.
It's a fun little thing.
well, apparently
She
Joanna
had a
has no
Shrek
idea
themed
that you hate
bachelorette.
Shrek.
I don't hate Shrek.
Hate
Why
Shrek.
do you hate Shrek?
Steve,
You know,
what are you doing? Get
Where's
to your point.
Yeah. Wow.
they were
Oh.
no. She's producing.
All right.
That's a good job. So
This is awful.
the new Shrek movie, he's got a daughter. And people were like, oh, let me guess. The movie's about the daughter, blah, 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 blah. And they laid out what they thought the new Shrek movie was going to be. And mysteriously, very shortly after that, they delayed the release of the Shrek movie.
Yeah, because everybody kind of knew what the script would be.
Yes, for the last at least 3 or 4 years, the Leafs have been the new Shrek movie. Oh, let me guess. They have a really good regular season, and then they their pants when it matters the most. Except the Leafs didn't have the decency to be like, let me change the script. They ran it back again and again and again and again. And here we are being subjected to it months later after the season again and again and again and again. So thank you for zhuzhing it up with those psychopaths known as the Tkachuk brothers, because I need an outsider's perspective on this limp friggin' team that we no longer have to watch. Like they are fundamentally changed.
Thank God. It's the
Thank
most
God.
interesting lineup in 5 years, I think.
And if they do that again, fucking blow it up. Like, guys, for God's sake, we're going to watch this again.
We're not.
We should all be furious that they made us watch that again. We should. Anyway, sorry, you're making
But it's different now.
You're opening old wounds.
You know what wasn't limp was Tampa versus Florida last night. Now, if you remember this, Aaron Ekblad ended Brandon Hagel's playoffs last year with an elbow to the head, a flying WWE style elbow. Then it happened again last night. They targeted Brandon Hagel's head. And this is a preseason game.
Yep.
and they're playing each other on Saturday.
These guys do this every preseason, by the way. They hate each other, like legitimately.
There is AJ Greer, boy,
Chicken shit
stuff.
Yeah.
So my question to you guys is, if you're either of those head coaches, and they're two of the best in the league, Maurice and John Cooper, okay, do you dress any of your stars for that game, or do you just get your Rock'em Sock'em robots out and let them have at it?
Here's what you do, and this is what Gary Bettman wants. He hasn't said it explicitly, but like this is what he would like, and George Peros wants this, and everyone who runs the NHL wants this. Go out there and injure your opponent. Go out there. No, this rough stuff.
Look at this.
Getting their kitchen.
Look at this.
I can't really show it, but I can try and show if you want to see. This is AJ Greer and Brandon Hagel. So he cross-checks him in the face here. Oh, hold on. Let's see. This one's a little hard to show. He cross-checks him in the face there. You can see Hagel reacting. So there's the cross-check to the face. And then AJ Greer decides to follow up these cross-checks to the face after Hagel goes down. He stands up, and Greer starts punching at Hagel, who's not defending himself. Like, he just starts whacking him in the face with straight punches, and then finally someone comes over and notices. I think that's Sorelli, who runs over and just grabs him. But yeah, that's what kind of got the whole Greer-Hagel stuff going.
Well, Jesse, it's really typical bad. Toronto media and your bias, you're forgetting that AJ Greer can no longer feed his family. Because today he was fined $2,213.54. AJ Greer was fined the worst used car you've ever seen for trying to injure a 90-point player who
is going to the Olympics.
Who's going to the Olympics, and your teammate concussed.
Worth mentioning, Nick Cousins was also fined, but $100 less.
Wow, that's crazy.
This one was
can we start a GoFundMe? You know what? I was starting to raise money for Easter seals. I would like to raise money for those two.
Yeah.
Because they can no longer afford anything. I said this months ago, and I'm going to double, triple, quadruple down on it. It was the only thing I could think while watching the highlights from this game. AJ Greer, who's a fourth liner, goes after Brandon Hagel, who's in your top six and was a 90-point player. Who on Tampa is solving that problem?
I don't know. That was what I was thinking.
So they have built their roster wrong.
That's because
they built their roster.
They used to be the bullies.
You're going head to head with these guys? You're going head to head with them? You're going to get your lunch money taken from you every single time. The NHL has telegraphed this for months and months and years and years. Injure your opponent, break their bones, scramble their eggs, shorten their careers. And the punishment as a result will be worth it. You think AJ Greer regrets his actions from last
that
night?
got him a starting lineup spot.
What the fuck? Like $2,200 to potentially give Brandon Hagel another concussion every single time. We're not in a spot in the NHL and in greater society, but I'll leave that for another time, where consequences matter. We're just not there. So when my team goes out there, and when your favorite team goes out there, you should be cheering. Listen, someone's got to be the glove and someone's got to be the bag. You might as well be the glove. I hope my team is the one going out there, injuring their opponents, shortening their careers.
You know what I was thinking?
Because what is the consequence?
You know what I was thinking? Tampa needs to get tougher. They just do.
Tampa needs to get tougher.
Tampa used to bully Florida.
Every team.
Hold on.
Your fourth line can't be doing that to another team's fourth line goes out there and does that to Brandon Hagel. Yeah. That's horse shit.
Right. And so Tampa needs to get meaner, and they need to get not meaner in the honorable sense. You need to get nasty. You know what I would do?
Spear him in the dick.
No, not just that.
I'm not kidding.
Steve, can I finish this?
I'm not kidding.
Just one sentence. It's,
Go
right,
for
it's
it.
sitting there right there.
Go
on
for
my
it.
tongue. Go get Nick Cousins.
Go get him back.
Not going to make Ottawa. Go see if you can get him from Ottawa. Because Nick Cousins was raised by the Panthers.
Yeah.
That you start there. You need guys. Do you think Victor Hedman at 34, Ryan McDonough at 36 or whatever he's at, those guys can't do this anymore.
Get some fourth
They
liner.
need to play. Tampa needs to get tough because they used to bully the Panthers and now it's completely the other way.
Go out and get someone. Next game, off a face-off, you cross-check someone so hard you take out a whole fucking row of teeth, and then the NHL is going to suspend them, we already know, a maximum of 5 games because of Morgan Riley, and open up some fucking tree planting charity and pay them the money that they lost through that. Nothing fucking matters anymore. We're in a...
Steve,
I think
it's
we're in a...
preseason. It's too early to get Niall.
No.
Too early.
It's never too early to be bang on. It's never too early to nail
So
it.
if you know that, though, and you're Julian Brisebois and you just watched your team get beat up in the preseason and there's nobody who can... You got to do something about that.
Yes, you do. That's a, like, you know, I always think back to when Brian Burke talked about Vesatoskala allowing 7 goals in a preseason game 7 different ways. And he's like, that game should be an enormous red flag for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kudos on them for getting involved and throwing their weight around a little. AJ Greer, for God's sake, cannot be permitted to do that to Brandon Hagel. And you know what? You're already down Barkov. You're already down Kachuk. Whose leg am I breaking? Who's
Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe up to?
Whose wrist am I two-handing? Yeah. Because I'm not going to pick one of the big guys. Who's the slimmest guy on the roster? Whose bones are most likely to crack? Who is most likely to be out for several months? Because who is most likely to... Well, I go out and I break Carter Verhaeghe's wrist on purpose.
You're going to get 5 games.
Who's going to be out longer? Me or him?
Carter Verhaeghe.
Fair trade, fuck you. That's the current state of the NHL. And you might be like, well, I want my team to win it the honorable way. Keep getting robbed.
Not in the Atlantic.
I used to be like you. God, I wish I could be like you. And the NHL beat it out of me. And your least favorite team beat it out of your favorite team. You can be the glove or the bag. Make sure your opponent is the bag.
I do look around the Atlantic, Jesse, and I see the Xhekaj brothers in Calgary. In Montreal. I see Kachuk and Cousins and a bunch of shitheads in Ottawa. I see Tanner Jeannot in Boston. I see a bunch of guys, and then I see the Sabres, who, to be honest with you, I don't think the Panthers are going to go attack the Sabres. I think they're just going to beat them. Detroit, I don't think they're going to attack the Red Wings. I think they're going to beat them.
Say about the Sabres?
Right, they're soft.
They're too damn soft.
So is Detroit. They're
not much.
See, the good teams are fucking mean in this division, right, Jess?
The narrative that the Lightning didn't push back isn't entirely accurate because the second period was carnage.
Yes.
And there was
They did push back.
I don't know that we said that they didn't push back. I think they just don't have players at that level that are psychotic and big.
They don't have anyone who can properly punish AJ Greer. And then once he's off the ice, you got Jonah Gadjevich.
Oh, I think the guys on Tampa did a fantastic job in terms of giving it back to the Lightning. There's a moment where Yanni Gourde has Aaron Ekblad in a headlock.
You know the mistake Gourde made here? Letting go.
He didn't. I don't know if you've seen this.
He held on for a long time. That's like straight up guillotine.
He doesn't let go, and then he starts punching. So he starts whacking. The officials are trying to get him there. So I think they don't have the evil people that Florida has.
Yeah.
Nobody in the league has those evil people, but they do have guys who are willing to get into it.
Which is good.
I do think they need more.
5'9" though, right?
Yeah, and look what he did to Aaron Ekblad.
Yeah.
Like
there was a good fight yesterday in the second period by both sides. I think none of this should be permissible in the preseason, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And there is some fight in the Lightning there.
He's choking a guy.
They do.
There was one fine last night. He's choking a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
and nothing fucking happened.
There was pushback, and the Lightning know what they can and can't do. And they know they can cross these lines, and give them a little bit more credit in their fight back. There's a moment too where it was Moser. He's coming around the back of the net, and he just decides to take out Lundell, even though the puck's on the other side of the ice. So you'll see it here if I can highlight it here.
Make sure he doesn't get up. That's the NHL.
He's trying to just take out Lundell's head. He hits him in the ribs, and he cross-checks him right to the ground. This was a violent affair. Over 100 penalty minutes by both teams.
Oh,
there was a vicious fight.
Were there over 100 penalty minutes in the fantasy game that doesn't friggin' count? And one $2,200 fine.
Yes.
The NHL doesn't behave like a league. And if you're like, well, it is very much a league, you're shitting your pants, Steven. This is what the NHL is. Great. Build your team accordingly and fuck up your opponent.
There was a really good fight that Taylor Radish was in. This is when there was the entire line brawl in the second. Everybody kind of got into one. Both guys, I think, got some punches in here. It was a
Radish got
Again,
pretty
it's not
good at
that
the
Tampa
end.
doesn't fight back. It's just that they're not as big.
Yes, I agree with that. Nobody can really compete at Florida's level, and Tampa needs to get back to that level that they were in during their championship years to really compete with Florida.
Step one is fight back for sure. And like a lot of teams won't even do that.
Buffalo won't do that.
A lot of teams won't even do that. Step two is win, though.
The Lightning aren't afraid. It's just a matter of, are they as nasty?
No, and that's how they won cups. They weren't exactly the aggressor. They had shitheads, but they weren't exactly the aggressor.
But you had Maroon. You had what's his name? He's in San Jose now.
Belmar?
No.
Goodrow?
Signed Goodrow.
Yeah.
You had Goodrow. You had that Maroon. You had Blake Coleman. You had like there were some guys that are just not pleasant to play
It was
against.
3 straight years of teams that weren't necessarily the aggressor, but they would stand up. It was Tampa, and then they ran into a better version of that.
Yep.
In Colorado. But before that, it was the Blues who brutalized their way to the cup.
Yep.
And Vegas brutalized their way to the cup. And the Panthers have brutalized their way to back-to-back cups. And this is the way they want it. And again, you can go through what I just said and clutch your chest and be like, heavens to Betsy, what an awful thing to say. Guys, open your eyes.
I think everybody knows that. I don't think that's a.
This is.
I
what
don't think it's a hot
is.
take. I don't think it's a hot take.
No, concussions are terrible. Trying to injure your opponent is disgraceful. But as long as the NHL either doesn't or barely punishes it, you might as well be on the giving end than the receiving
I
end.
think we got it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you, I think we got it.
Yanni
the point
Gourde
has been made.
Yanni Gourde puts Ekblad in a guillotine choke.
Which we saw.
We saw Marchand take off his glove and wrap his hand around a player's throat like Kane.
Again.
And nothing happened.
Steve, I know. And the point has been made. And it's a salient point. I don't think it's hard to disagree with. I'm just telling you, we got it. And that is what it is. So the question is not when will the NHL, because they're not.
They're not going to.
So what do you do? And that is
Become
the more interesting
violent.
question. And that is what I think their first trade this year is going to be for a violent player.
Become more violent. Be the most reprehensible version of yourself. Profit.
I can't wait for Montreal and Florida to play because I want to see the Jack Eye boys take those guys on.
Who's not tuning into that?
Oh, that's going to be a monster game. It's going to be so much fun.
I remember.
And the Kachuk boys, like Brady and Matthew, are so soft on each other. Every time they're going to match up, they're going to be I'm like, no, they're not. Those guys don't, like, they don't have that same level of fuck you with each other. They're brothers.
If they never fight each other over the course of their entire careers, I'm going to be furious.
Soft.
As a hockey fan. No, but I remember Tom Wilson going, I'm just going to smash Panarin's head into the ice. And then he did it. And all of us, by the millions, sat on our couch and watched a ridiculous end of season, regular season game between the Rangers and Capitals to watch the carnage ensue.
I got you. And it's a good point. I think Tampa's going to have to get mean, and I think they're going to have to get mean quick. They are.
Be the bag or the glove.
Okay, very quickly before we get to the press conference, a couple of things. I'm going to save some stuff for next show because it's still evergreen. But did you guys see in the National League Series, the Padres almost attacking the umpires as they left the field?
I did see that.
And I thought that was fascinating because you take that and you put that in an NHL concept. And by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, when the umps leave the field, they leave via one of the dugouts.
The dugouts, yeah.
Depending upon what stadium you're in. And they have to leave with the team still there sometimes.
So can I ask an ignorant question? Because I saw all that nonsense. Did the Padres lose? And are they now out?
Jesse, yes, right?
Yeah.
So they're out.
That's what happened, yeah.
So their season ended as a result of that nonsense.
Yes.
Got it.
And they were ready to kill them on the way out. And I think, I have to say, listen, I don't want you to like physically attack a ref or an ump or anything like that.
No, that's ridiculous.
But I do like that players are like, hey, that's fucking bullshit, and you should hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure refs in the NHL hear that all the time. But the reffing conversation in the NHL, in the WNBA, in the NBA, it's a big conversation right now. And I don't think the leagues are taking it all that seriously, but it's nice to see the players doing it.
I think it's odd. I understand why why it happens, but I think it's odd. So correct me if I'm wrong. Next year, they're instituting the little helmet tap thing where you can review a ball and strike, right?
Yes.
They have that technology, which is why they're going to do it next year. Why not just right away?
Because it wasn't ready for the season. They wanted to go one more season. This is when they've negotiated like when they're going to implement it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, I always think it's ridiculous across any sport when everyone at home knows when a call is wrong, but the person making the call does not. Like objectively. Like this is a ball and a strike. And it cost them their entire season.
And I think a lot of leagues
ridiculous.
have gone to great lengths to fix that. The NFL in particular, who is the most ahead at video replay, they don't even waste time with challenges. They just fix things with their video assist. It's just like, hey, if the referee missed something, we can just automatically correct it if the cameras can see it. And if it's a reviewable play, they just fix it without the challenge and everything. And I think slowly in everything, cameras are catching up and pro sports are catching up.
Yeah.
Like as you said, next year this won't be a problem.
Yeah.
It's just we gotta get through the last 120 years of baseball without it, and then we'll reach to 2026 where it's implemented.
I think it's interesting that, the first time this is used, like the first time a player goes like that, what B-roll are they going to show? They're going to show the Padres trying to kill the umpire crew from last night.
Yeah.
Right.
I also think it puts the umps in a bad spot because you do have that, you have the and I think that's why it's come to the fore so much, is you have the box and hey, they missed that call and that really sucks. And there was no way to review it. And so by having that box on the screen, which I believe Major League Baseball fought having for a long, long time, everybody at home knows. And I see the same thing with hockey, and it goes back to the same thing about icings and fucking goal line reviews and shit like that. The technology already exists where we would know. Just implement it. Just do it.
Do it.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting 10 minutes to see if it's a goal line goal? Like, just put a thing in the puck. Did it cross the line? The computer will know.
And
I don't understand.
What can you do as the Padres today other than whine and get fined about it?
And be called with your full diaper takes, right?
What?
Because people will be like, oh, you should have won though.
For being, by the way, objectively, provably right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There's nothing you can do. It's just your season's over. Sorry about those millions of dollars. Take care.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask you via baseball is, gentlemen, could you handle the 999 challenge in Philadelphia? Do you have any thoughts on what this might be, Steve?
A beer, a hot dog, in a beer and a hot dog every inning for 9 innings.
That's correct.
Damn.
And it's a Yingling. I love Yingling. It's delicious.
Oh.
And it's in Philadelphia, so you have to pint of beer and a hot dog every inning. I think
you can just buy it that way.
Yeah, so they sell it in like a little box that comes with 9 hot dogs and 9 beers.
I can tell you, I
That's
could not do
hilarious.
this. I would be dead.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm doing this.
But great if you got a family.
23-year-old me, I think, would be done this by the 4th inning.
You know what? Let's do it.
Current me could not do.
You want to do that
All 3 of us.
on a live stream?
Yeah, let's do it.
You
Yeah,
can do
Maddie,
it.
you want
Maddie,
to do
you
it?
can
Maddie,
do
can
it.
you do
You
this?
might win,
Can you crush
honestly.
this?
Yeah, I can do this.
Oh, I could not do that. That much.
Those
beer?
hot dogs look thick, though.
Yeah, those are big hot dogs.
Those are not like the Jay's rinky-dinky
Yeah.
Yeah,
Schneider's ones.
The $2 hot dogs at the J's, or the Looney dogs, not even $2. The Looney dogs, they're like the tiniest hot dogs you can get, and that's why you can crush like that.
Yeah.
Those are thick boys.
This might give you a run for your money.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll give you the runs, all right.
The bread. The
Yeah,
bread
that's
gets
good
you,
for
right?
diarrhea.
The bread will get you.
Yeah, who wants diarrhea?
Hey, this guy.
Americans probably already know this, but the portion size thing is very much a thing.
It's
And
crazy.
You need to cross the border to see it in action. There's a Denny's on the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. And there's another one
Yeah.
on the American side. Holy shit.
Yeah. No,
The difference is nuts.
Our extra large, if you go to like a Wendy's or something, take any generic fast food place, like our extra large is their large.
Yeah.
They have larger sizes and everything. Same with our like the fries or the drinks or anything. Ours is always a size down. It's incredible once you cross the border.
It's sometimes I'm like, how do you ever gotten a portion size in America and gone, how does this company make money?
They're giving away so much food.
How do you?
Well,
and then
Here,
you realize
I'll give you $5 to take this.
it took pennies to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
No,
selling it for $2.
That's why. Oh, why have I been on the toilet for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, because this cost 5 cents.
The beer here is tricky because like how drunk am I gonna be? And
You're going to be wasted.
will blackout me want to finish all these hot dogs?
What size are the beers?
They look like pretty big.
They look
beers.
like at least half pints.
yeah,
At least.
yeah.
So you're talking.
Looks like a can.
This is 4.5 pints then.
Yeah.
Assuming it's a half pint.
Take just let's say a regular can. You know.
So 355 milliliters.
Yeah, like one of those.
Okay.
That's what it looks like poured
they
into
got
a glass.
They got a tall can next to it on display, but
Well,
there's
yeah,
no way
that-
those are tall.
That's
always
the
looks
angle too. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
thrown
It's
off.
also, it is a tall can, but who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, can of beer is what it looks like. 9 of those thick hot dogs. I don't know.
It's been well over 15 years since I had that much beer in a night. I'm not a bit like I love beer, but I'm a one beer guy, and then I switched to
Same.
something else.
It's the same.
I can't. There's no way. Like I wouldn't be awake. I fall asleep. You'd literally have to peel me off the floor at the
If
run
we
center.
raise, Maddie, go ahead.
No, that much food to pair with it too. I'd be sleeping.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
I would
Even
also
me.
fast for a day in preparation for that.
Yeah.
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 And I don't fast, but like I just would be like,
Unhinge your jaw like a snake and just. I don't.
Steve,
Yeah.
if we raised $90,000 in honor of the 999 challenge for Easter seals,
Yes.
would you do this?
Like at my house?
Yeah, we'll here maybe we'll film it.
Or, yeah.
we're not going to pay $1,000 to go to a
100% I
Jays
would
game
do
to
it.
do it.
And then
Yeah.
we'll stream it.
Yeah, we'll stream it. We can't do it here because then you gotta we gotta Uber you home to
Oh, yeah.
can't drive.
Just show up so fucked up.
Probably from your house, just so
I'm
Mrs.
so
Dangle
finished.
can take care of you.
After my last beer league game of the summer, we went out and I Ubered there because I'm like, I'm really tying one on tonight. I had 3 pints.
Oh,
It's over for me.
Yeah.
It's over for you, boy.
Steve Dangle, it's over party.
It's over party. I think they might have been 5.5s, so that
Oh.
contributed. Dude, I'm finished.
Yeah.
23-year-old me does this by the 4th.
I would love to see you try this on live.
I
would love that.
absolutely. Oh yeah, twist my arm.
Bunch of
Like,
hot
So
dogs and beers.
$90,000 as a team,
which we've done
or individually.
as a team.
As a team, okay. If we hit $90,000, I think that'd be fun.
We have
link is in the description. by the way.
88,000 to go.
Link is in the description. Start donating to our Easter Seals team. Adam, is your page set up?
Yeah.
Awesome. So all of our pages are set up. You can donate to any of us. It'll all go to the same place.
I have news with regard to Easter seals, and I think you'll want to pay attention to this. You sexy little so-and-so. Where is it? Here it is. If you donate to my Easter Seals team.
Steve only.
No. Doesn't have to be me.
No.
Anybody. If you donate to myself or anybody else on Rachel's Raiders, which is my Easter Seals team, any amount, you are automatically entered into a raffle to win a pair of tickets to Leafs Sens.
Whoa.
December 27th.
Oh, I like that.
Whoa.
So it could be a Christmas present, quick turnaround. Leafs Sens in Toronto, December 27th. You donate to me or anyone on the team. Jesse signed up. Adam signed up.
I am.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. I did. Madeline signed up. You can donate to Madeline.
Me.
Maddie.
Donate to me.
Do it. Why not? Go ahead and do it. Anyone, any dollar amount, you're automatically entered.
That's cool.
Get in there. Shout out to Ron Fox for donating that pair of tickets. He donates. This is at least the third straight year he's done it. So thank you, Ron.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's cool. I want to also mention that Jesse will be doing playoff streams on the SDPN YouTube channel.
Live in 26 hours from when we are recording
And
right now.
what's great about this is they are, assuming the Jays don't sweep it, they would be playing on Wednesday, very likely the early game. So we would go from Wednesday right into our opening night stream, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Leafs.
Well, who knows? It's Yankees, so they might put them in the 8 o'clock spot.
Okay. Well, then we had run double streams, and that is.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Like, we'll see how those first 3 games play out and when they book all the times. But Saturday at 4 on the SDPN YouTube channel. Tune in. We're going to be watching Jays, Yankees. Gosman starting for the Jays. They already, Schneider confirmed that, so that'll be fun. Hopefully get a good start. Hopefully it's 3 games. So we don't have to worry about the Leafs.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
3 straight.
Yeah,
Do we-
done by Tuesday?
Now you got to be careful with the phrasing there because the Jays haven't won a playoff game in a long time.
Yeah, 2016. Last time
Sometimes
they
you gotta
actually
not
won a game.
fucking tap dance around it. Be like, win a fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking
I've been seeing a lot of praise for Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro over the
Not
last
yet.
month or so. No.
Not
Calm, cool your
You had
Jets.
10 years to make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, they haven't done literally anything.
Win a game.
Well, they won the AL East, but they need to now do something in the playoffs with it.
No one is going to look back on this season with fondness if they get swept by the Yankees.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah. Like let's win something.
Yeah. So that's happening. And as we said, Leaf streams are back next week, baby. We're back into the season. Let's go. All right. Now, are we doing a press conference today or are we
I
wrapping?
think that's our weekend.
That's our weekend. We're wrapping up. We love you. We love you. That's it. That's all I got. Anything else?
Are we
Rec
wrapping
room.
early because I did a 20-minute diatribe on why you should try to injure your opponent?
I don't think that's early at all.
Oh!
I think we put in 140. I think that's about the Friday show.
Do you think, Steve, that punishments are adequate in the NHL?
You know,
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.